expect winter, we expect bad weather. But at the moment, we've had so much rain this winter. The roads are like rivers at times, and then we're getting freezes. I mean, that's a perfect storm, isn't it, for road surfaces?
I mean, if you think back through, if you like, the autumn and winter this year, we've had almost a perfect storm in terms of bad weather events. You've had obviously the storm back in October. We had loads of rain then, wind, trees, twigs, things coming down, blocking gullies and so forth. Then we've had further storms. Then we had a freeze, and that is the worst possible conditions with freeze and then thaw and then more rain. Obviously, you're putting a considerable amount of damage into the sort of natural infrastructure.
I'm sure I'm not alone, but there are potholes I'm noticing on my routes home beginning to appear. That's what's going to happen in these conditions, isn't it? And people can help you guys, can't they?
Yes. Please report any problems you do find, and report. There's a report a problem app. There's also the control centre or the DOI inquiries email. Please contact us. Please let us know what's going on, because obviously we try and monitor as best as we can. But the more information we have, the better. We obviously are in a difficult situation at the moment because we've obviously got to deal with what is current and with where the storms are and repairing the damage, as well as doing that extra work to actually start to clear some of the backlog. We are having problems with historical drains, runoffs from fields, gullies and so forth, which are all providing a very complicated mix into the situation we're facing at the moment.
But when you've got a problem with flooding and tide issues, whether it be freezing conditions as well, you've then got to allocate your resources to deal with that emergency, if you like, situation.
Yeah, and this is why I'm always incredibly grateful and thankful for the staff. It's not known that a lot of them do this work out of hours, not paid. It's a limited amount of people.
Well, through the night.
And through the night, and not just called up once, but called up twice and a third, and you get winters like that, and we're having one of those at the moment. But they are dealing with it, and I think it's a case of please let us know the problems. We will then get through those, and longer term we'll try and look at some more proactive maintenance as well, because that's the thing that's always been very important to me is how can we sort of preempt some of this. Although, to be quite frank, when you do get freeze and thaw conditions, naturally the infrastructure will take a hit.
Just finally, I'm sure everyone has their own personal landmarks again on their routes to and from work, but mine is the waterfall at the Whiteo that we have at the moment, and that happened 2 years ago, meaning it's been a wet winter in my mind. Yeah. When's something going to be done about that? Because that's a lethal combination for when it freezes as well, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, obviously, that's the sort of preventive maintenance we need to deal with. As may have been pointed out, there's been a cut of 2.7 million across maintenance over the last 5 or 6 years. Maintenance is always one of those things. It's an easy thing to cut. Because you see the reward straight away in terms of money actually for something else, but the long-term impact is actually much worse, and you actually spend more money trying to recover what you should be maintaining. Now, I've been putting a very strong argument to Treasury. I hope some of that will come back in allowing us to allocate more resources into maintenance, because I do think it's important that you preempt some of those things, but it is basically bound by the resources we have.